What do you do when the person that you're in a relationship with wants you constantly to prove that you love them, and they will go through any length to make sure that you do prove it? That's what this story is about today. But before we go there, please subscribe, like, share, and comment.
I was at the gym with Katia, same time as always. Katia said to me, "Hey Tony, we got to get there on time." This was puzzling to me because we're always there on time. We've been training partners for years. So our routine was predictable. We warm up, do some supersets, we would pose afterwards and do cardio. We're both competitive fitness people. We actually compete on stages. But that day, something felt off. When we were training, while Katia was adjusting her headphones, I noticed a guy across the room staring at us. Not a usual gym glance. This was different. I looked at him, and his jaw was tight. His eyes were locked on me, and he wasn't blinking. At first, I tried to ignore it. I said, okay, people stare at bodybuilders all the time. But this wasn't admiration. This wasn't even curiosity of what am I doing for my next set. This was personal. I could feel it. I didn't even know the guy. I went back to my set, but every time I looked up, he was still there. He was still staring and even looking more angrier than the last time. And he was locked in on me like a missile, just waiting for something. And then it happened. He started walking towards both of us, but venturing more towards Katia, but still looking at me, slow, deliberate. It was as if he had to build up the courage to finally come over. I'll admit I was curious, but then, as I said, he was motioning towards Katia. He didn't even look at me at this point. He looked straight at Katia, and he said, "Hey, why haven't you answered me?" Now I froze, but not out of fear, because I had no idea who this guy was. But the way he spoke to her, the way he looked at her, it was like they had history. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't the first time something like this happened. Not with Katia. There were other times.
Now let's pause right there for a moment, because Tony said something very interesting. This isn't the first time. So this wasn't his first rodeo, where someone would be in the gym and they would come up and be eyeballing you and coming up to you and looking very intimidating, as if they're trying to build something up. And Tony knows the pattern. So he's kind of there, meaning he has an idea of what is about to happen. And if he looks over to Katia, he kind of knows she knows too.
The guy stepped closer, still ignoring me, still talking to Katia like I wasn't even there. "Katia, seriously? Why are you acting like this?" That's what he said to her. And she didn't look surprised. She didn't look confused. She didn't even look guilty. And I didn't even look confused myself, because I've been there before with this situation. Not that I planned it or wanted it, but I kind of had an idea what this was. And on top of it, she looked entertained. That's what bothered me the most. She finally said to him, "I told you I'm busy and I'm working out." He then looked at me and he said, Even though looking at me, he was talking to her. "This is the guy? This is who you're with?" I felt my stomach drop, but not because I was afraid. It was almost as if my body was preparing me for something, because that meant he already knew something about me, which meant Katia had been talking to him about me, which meant that this misunderstanding may become serious. This was something that she created, and she's done this to me before. And this time I felt it was a little bit different than the others. See, sometimes it was a shoving match, a pushing match, or just loud words between us both. But in this case, This guy's tension was rising. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it sure was heavy. And the air in the room had thickened. And Katia wasn't stopping it. In fact, she wasn't stepping in. She actually stepped back as if she was anticipating something to happen. She wasn't clarifying anything. And she just stepped back and watched.
So what you're seeing here is called basically premeditated, provoking based validation. She knows exactly what's going to happen and what she wants to see happen. Now, do you think she wants to see Tony get hurt, or maybe this other guy? She's really intrigued. She's really, I hate to say the word, but she's turned on. She's like, I got two alpha males that are ready to get into it. For me, it's kind of like a lion guarding his pride, has all of his cats there, and another male comes on to the horizon, and now he's got to fight to keep his pride. Well, there's a reason why I guess that word makes sense. And she's provoking this based validation of, if you want this lioness, well, you better be aware that he can take you, and I'll go to his pride, because your pride is weak if you lose to him. So now Tony, who says he's been in situations like this before, now what's at stake for him? How much does he have to do to keep his hand in the game, or his love in this relationship, or whatever way this is now labeled? It's really an interesting thing, because you have to ask yourself, Tony, why are you staying here?
The guy finally backed up a step, shaking his head. He wasn't looking at me anymore. He wasn't looking at her. He did say quietly, you told me you were single. You told me to meet you here. Now, Katia, she didn't deny it. She didn't apologize. She didn't even look uncomfortable. She just said, I didn't mean anything by it. Literally. I thought you were just a friend. You could tell by his face there was definitely more there. But that tone told a different story. That you had no interest in me. And this was not regretful on her part, wasn't confusion, but it was a dismissal just by the way she said that. You're not significant to me. I could care less. This was a test for Tony, or to see if he could step up to the plate, that if he does lose or doesn't show me love, well, perhaps he's not the man I should be with. So the guy walked away, frustrated and embarrassed. And I stood there, Tony said, trying to understand what just happened. And I looked at Katia and said, why would you do that again? And she shrugged with a smile. Just wanted to see how much you cared.
So here's a guy where it looked like he was trying to build himself up to get into it, but then he realized, seeing that Katia is backing off, what am I actually gaining here? And maybe there was some fear, because Tony, he's been there already. He's fought for her, and he wasn't showing any fear. If anything, he was showing the opposite. He was like, been there, done this. I'm prepared to go. This guy, when he finally seen that, realized, what am I doing? Maybe didn't have the time or what, but realized doesn't matter. She's not into me anyway. This was all some of her craziness, which is exactly it. But Tony is again, what the heck is going on again? And why again? Big question. Tony, what's going on with you? Why do you stay?
So Katia says, I wanted to see how much you care. That's the entire story's core element, because people who use jealousy as a test often believe, you better prove your love to me. And remember, she's an alpha woman. She's a fitness competitor. You better earn me. I am a valued woman, and I need a valued man. I need someone who is an extension of me, that when we walk, when we talk, that we look good together, that we are meant to be together. Because if you have weakness, that reflects on me. And I don't play that. But here's the truth. Healthy love doesn't need a test. Healthy love doesn't need chaos. Healthy love doesn't need third parties. When someone repeatedly tests your loyalty, they're not looking for love. They're looking for their own reassurance. And reassurance can come in many different flavors. What they want. And she gained it through chaos. And that's how she would repeat it all the time. And for Tony, when would this stop? Because this happened several times now, and deep down, he knew, even after today, this won't be the last. Every time things got calm, every time our relationship felt stable, is when all of a sudden he had to be on his toes. Something going to happen this day, this week? Is there going to be another new guy? Another person looking to converse with me, or worse, fight with me? Or do I let into this and not start working out with her anymore? Change our routine, which then maybe gives her a reason to end it with me. Why do I have to keep showing her that I care?
And that's the big question. Because as much as Katia has a problem, Tony has a problem too. And Tony sticks around because it's not exciting to get into the fight, but there's something about Katia that's exciting, maybe behind closed doors. Maybe we have just so much in common. We compete. We own this gym. Everybody knows us. All eyes are on us. But when is it enough? When does it stop? When you are finally in the hospital? When you've met your match? Or you finally do lose and you're able to walk out, but she goes, he's the new alpha now. He won me. You see, relationships cannot be transactions. They never work when they're a transaction. They have to be a connection. But if her connection is reassurance constantly and an excitement for it, that's never going to change, because the average relationship is boredom to her. And just because you're great eye candy and that she connects with you because you have rapport, it's obviously still not enough. So Tony, what are you going to do?
So Tony, what am I going to do? What's going to happen with me? Why do I keep doing this? Because there are people interested in me. People that want to connect with me. But I stick around. I stick around because with rejection comes obsession. And even if I have to fight for her, I'm going to do it. Because right now, whatever this is, I feel love for her. I feel connected to her. Now, when I did talk to her, and I said, how real did it get with these guys? She claims she's never had intimacy with them. That I've had a few dates. I told them I need to see how we connect, and I love the gym. And they said, well, we work out too, or I work out too. And then they come to train with me and see how much that you're into me. That's what she claims. But I think you and I both know that there's more to this story from her point of view than what she's telling Tony. So see, Tony sticks around because Tony did say, if I ever found out that there was an intimate connection, I'd be out the door.
And you see, that's the key thing. You're still mine because you're not really tarnished. Tony's telling himself this. Tony's justifying this to himself to realize that you're not tarnished. You're putting me in situations and you're testing my limits, but you haven't taken the final test of having an intimate relationship with these guys. So therefore, I can withstand because I know you do love me, and it's really just you testing me. But he did say, and he continues to say, if you test me and I hear that one of these guys were with you in an intimate way, you don't have to worry about me fighting for you because I am out. But why does it take that? And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because they're both insecure in their own ways. She needs reassurance And Tony, despite looking like a goddess, like Adonis, like a god, I should say, he doesn't have enough confidence in himself. He doesn't feel strong enough within himself to believe that he can have someone that is more compatible in his world. He sees this person and she's everything I want. And I've been with other women and they don't even measure anywhere near what Katia has given me. That's all here, I tried to tell him. You make it what you want here. It's all about the perspective in your mind that makes you believe this. And the more you reinforce it, the more it sticks and sticks, and it becomes not a relationship, but an addiction. And that's what you need to work on, Tony. You need to believe in yourself and realize that there is life after Katia before it's too late, before you end up in the hospital or even worse. And he goes, what do you mean worse? No one's going to be able to take me. And I said, you ever hear of jail? You ever see jail? Like, what if you hurt someone to the point that you go to jail? Is Katia worth the squeeze? Is the juice worth the squeeze? He said, well, hopefully it won't add to that. So he's still justifying it by putting those justifications. Hopefully it won't add to that means I'm going to make this work and I'm going to stick with this. And I'm not insecure. It's just something I want and I need it. And once you give something a need title, you really start talking to yourself and your brain gives you what it thinks that you need because you told it it's a need. So until he learns that this is not a need and it doesn't go to that level, this is Tony's situation. And until Katia finds that alpha male, that someone could make her feel that same excitement, she'll stick with this routine as well. So this is the Greg Stewart Show. Thanks for listening. And again, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And until next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are.